早上好，大家。现在你可以我在哪儿
So yes, admittedly, I did escape from London. But there's an issue. How do I consistently study the Zhongwen when I'm abroad?
We have two fad from the London and we're in Rome.
Use your legs, mate.
Ew. That's your poo.
I'm not going to be bringing my textbooks because that is simply nerd behavior. Truth to be told, I'm scared of being panduaned by the Italians. If I don't study, all my Chinese 知识 will be gone. 全部没有 anymore. I've been worried about language learning because I am not a consistent girl. From the tips I've watched on YouTube about language learning, it's like do it every day, time block it into your calendar, do all that productivity guru thing. I used to think that if I skipped a day, I will lose all my progress. I legit brought my Chinese notebook thinking whenever I had the chance, I'll take a glance at my vocabulary. This is called wishful thinking. So let's make it 简单. Make Chinese learning as simple and as accessible as you possibly can.
我们获得我们的心理 Let's go 一个ぞ皆さん Let's go.
So number one, just describe what you see around you. This is how children learn previously. And this is what you can do when you put yourself in new environments.
在我身边有很多人，他们在涵盖，看起来非常漂亮。你看到他们的多样化 ，so diverse, so cultural.
What about the people who don't look at new things or who don't like go outside and take walks? Are you a snake? By labeling things in a different language, you'll begin to find words that you never even thought of learning. A massive pencil. See, it's so easy. Also because I'm a cluttered woman. But at the same time, it's easier for you to learn because you'll learn words in context. Your brain loves it. All the neural connections go ping, ping, ping. If you live in an area rich with history and historical attractions, just like I was in Rome, you can talk about all of the historical context, how you feel about it.
以前有人他们打人 you know, they fight each other. That's why it's broken because all the fighting.
Fortunately for me, my area is quite secluded. Rome, which is like rich with the 文化. And then I came back to a literal farm. I tried this exercise when I came back to London. And I was just like, 绿丝蔬草. And I'm not going to be going to Chinatown to get a taste of Chinese culture. I only go there for the free matcha ice cream taster. If you ask for a taster. But if you go there multiple times in a day. Speaking of matcha ice cream and food, I'm sure there's foodies out here. 你最喜欢吃什么东西? Let me know. You know, for foodies, you can go out to different restaurants and then try and describe the food that you have.
我很饿 Give me food now. 你要吃什么？我要吃面包。What do you want to eat?
我要吃
By no one asked. 他可以离开现在 for real.
And you never know, it might force you to like try new foods that you might start liking. You can even take pictures and then you can put it in your flashcards. The point is to use the 自然 around you. Just 5 minutes of just labeling things can amount to a lot if you do it frequently. Number 2, vlog your day or journal.
到了 Rome 的城市，我们首先 I don't know how to say smear 130的程度 sun cream because I want to stay 白色。
I don't write essays. I mean, the last time I wrote an essay, my English teacher said I was a non-native. It can literally be a few literal sentences. What you did that day, how you felt that day, what you learned. Try and describe it in as much detail as you can because there is always a change every day. We are not NPCs. A lot of gurus out there talk about writing down the top 3 things you are grateful for. And I think this is good advice. 我感激大家观看我的频道，我的非常 sexy 的声音，我2个弟弟。
No, I'm okay. No need.
Hello.
No need.
Nearly man, you nearly got scammed.
I ain't giving you a flower ever, bro. You ain't like that. I don't know you like.
Never mind. But unless you are my brother, the journal is for you and your eyes only. Write down all the beef, write down all the tea, and let me know, sis. Another thing about journaling, it can actually enhance your speaking skills. When journaling, you have to carefully think about the sentence structure and 清楚表达你的想法. It forces you to think about word choices, sentence structure, and the flow of the whole entry. 3, find as many Asian references as you can.
I think that represents Italy very well. Why can't I speak? 我不会说话，因为我是中国人。
My whole life I have been suppressed. I went to a British posh secondary school. What do you guys think of when I say posh and British? What color comes up? White. I was craving representation. So I've got a knack for identifying Asians or Asian culture. You can be cooking a red bean bun and I will... You can actively immerse yourself in active Chinese communities such as the local Chinatown, or visit Chinese markets and Chinese grocery stores. In Rome, I could not find a Chinatown, so I defaulted to being a pessimistic British.
It's like 中国包 but Europe version. Where's my red bean? Where's my 小笼包?
If you're an extrovert, you can actually try conversing. I've never done that, but I think extroverts do it. In the UK, there's an app called Meetups. I booked a meetup with some Asian aunties the morning before. I was gassing myself up. You know, 你有力量，你有激动，你非常勇敢. Yeah, I didn't open the door. So, if you're an introvert, stay to worry. Your Chinese might sound a bit crap like mine right now, but we have to make do with what we can do. You can still explore Asian culture without talking, such as consuming a lot of media, but you still have to output somehow. You can do this through just speaking to yourself or like mimicking, shadowing others. And if you do that already, let me know who you guys watch in the comments, because we're dancing too. You're really busy, and if you genuinely just can't even put a little bit of Chinese into your everyday life, this is controversial. You don't need to sweat too much about consistency. Sometimes life just hits you in the face and you have to put your focus on other things. A lot of advice that are like, oh, if you don't do Chinese every day, you just don't care about the language. No, I mean, sometimes like people are going through stages in their life. Don't be too hard on yourself. There can be times where you can study Chinese really hard. There are times when you can't study it at all. You're not gonna lose your Chinese. Sometimes it's even better to have a break and come back with an even fresher perspective. I listen to a lot of podcasts on my commute to work and I play games in Chinese. It's not actively studying, but it helps extremely with consistency because I don't feel pressured that I need to learn something new. 你可以积累新单词. You can accumulate it over time. And when you do actively study, for me, this is like once every 2 weeks. It's so much easier to learn new words. You have a lot of context and you can link these words to. If you're in that phase where you're like, I can study every day, then you can watch my language learning advice for beginners. Enjoy the life moments. Don't be too hard on yourself. The things you've learnt aren't going to instantly disappear. It's hot, it's gross.
How do you both not know what souffle is?
Why is it hot, man? That's weird.
It's the cake soft, exactly. No problem. Bye.
Here for a very, very long time, guys. Don't burn yourself out. Also, a big congratulations to all of us because we've reached 1K. 1,000 of us. Let's keep growing and studying together and learn about Asian culture. Comment down below if you've been on holiday recently, or if not, the country you most want to visit. Feel free to like and share this video around with your friends who also want to become the optimal Asian there is. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.